Good morning to you. Welcome. Nice cool day today. Got the windows open. Allergies are somewhat down. All right. Let's just pedal nice and easy here and get ourselves warmed up. Oh my. Okay, so the music just stopped for no reason. Oh my gosh. Remember a few months ago when I decided to quit YouTube music because it would shut off all on its own? All right, sitting up tall. Just pedaling really lightly. See if we can stack our vertebrae and let our shoulders relax. Maybe shake your hands out a little bit. See if you can sense the muscles in the neck to the shoulders being pulled just a little bit. And we'll notice that the upper body is decoupled from the lower body when we're sitting up like this, so all the pedal stroke is being driven from the hips down. We can notice that. And we can carry that into when we come back onto the handlebars. Where we just rest our hands lightly, let the elbows have a slight bend to them, and the shoulders stay away from the ears. And the hips are still decoupled from the upper body. We can carry that sensation forward from when we're sitting up tall. And we're just pedaling maybe 80 RPM or so. I like to be mindful of how the legs and the muscles feel as they go through the different parts of the pedal stroke when I'm just warming up like this. All right, cross your fingers. See if it will go to the next song or just shut off. Oh. It did. It did move on to the next song. I'm just turning my volume up here a little bit so I can hear better. Ow. I just hit my knee on that. Okay. All right. Let's bring our leg speed up to around 90 RPM. Still haven't added any resistance yet. Take just a few seconds right now to sense that your upper body is decoupled from the lower body. Pedal stroke is still very light. Just working on fluidity of movement right now. I hit that end of the bar right here. Right there. I feel like with my allergies, as they were a couple days ago, that would have really frustrated me. I get frustrated when my mind's not working right, and my allergies cause my thinking to not be very clear. And when my thinking's not clear, I get frustrated. That would have frustrated me a lot a couple days ago. Just kind of flailing, music stopping, hitting my leg on the bar. But not now. Noticing that. I'm simply noticing that. Okay, holding 90 RPM. Belly's now relaxed, so we can breathe. I'm gonna reach down and add just a little bit of resistance. Just the tiniest amount, so I can barely feel it in the muscles of my legs. Perhaps now's a good time to sit up again like I am. Maybe shake your shoulders and arms out a little bit. Again. Come on back to your handlebars. Let's speed our legs up. Keep the resistance very light, but let's come up to around 100 RPM now. When we're at this really high pedal speed, it's really important to keep in mind what your hips are doing. See if you can cause them to just settle onto the saddle. Maybe take one hand and pretend you're holding that champagne glass, just to see how steady your upper body is. Slow your legs back down now to about 90 RPM. Notice what that did to your breathing. Picked mine up a little bit. I can feel a little warmth coming into the muscles of my legs now. Let's ease our leg speed upward. Let's see if we can merge with the rhythm of this song while keeping our resistance very light. It's a tough rhythm to feel, to hear. I understand that. Noticing any tension in the upper body, maybe even the jaw, maybe clenching the jaw, whatever it is. Try to release that tension, that stress. A little bit more to go here. If your legs are really hurting, take out some resistance. My legs don't really hurt right now, but my breath is absolutely picking up. On a perceived exertion scale right now, maybe 3. Let's go ahead and slow our legs down. Just slow them down to around 75, 80. And let's prepare ourselves for going a little deeper now. 1, 2, 3. I've just got my legs on this very slow rhythm right here. Do you see? Keep your resistance light for now. Let's add in some resistance right now that makes this a little bit challenging at this pedal speed, where we feel like we have to drive a little bit with the hips over the top. I don't want it to feel like we're climbing a steep hill or anything. Maybe something like this. So you've got this rhythm, and we've got just moderately challenging resistance on right now. Let's come to our handlebars. Now accelerate your legs up to around 90 RPM. So we've added 30 to 40 RPM with that same resistance that was moderately challenging at about 50. So here we can tune in to how it feels in the muscles of the legs. We can really start to feel that scraping through the bottom part of the pedal stroke with the calves and the hamstrings. Start to notice how the breath is really picking up now. All right, come back to the rhythm. You can sit up too if you'd like. We're gonna do another one. A little bit shorter. Think to yourself how that felt. Think to yourself what that did to your heart rate and your breathing. All right, let's come back to the handlebars. In 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to 90 RPM. It's making me sweat a little bit. Yeah, definitely sweating from this. Stay right where you are. Now slow your legs way, way, way down. Leave the resistance right where it is. Check with your breathing and heart rate now. Bring your legs to this rhythm. You can match my leg speed. It's probably 60 something. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. So this is less than when we were just pedaling at 90 RPM. Therefore, an easier kind of effort, one we could stay doing longer. The time to exhaustion for this is less than before when we were at 90 RPM. Let's make this into a hill. A really, really challenging hill, very steep, one that causes us to doubt our ability to keep going. And notice when we do that how immediately the lower back and the hips come into play. Focus on them if you have to. If you tend to stomp with the quads, especially focus on driving through the heels over the top. In 2. 1. Add that resistance in. Now you can see my bike. It's now twisting a little bit under the torque of my pedal strokes. I've moved my hands more to the middle so my upper body can be more upright. I can breathe more easily. Come on back to light resistance. Bring your leg speed up. Let's spin that out a little bit. And remember, when we come from a slow, heavy effort to a light, faster effort, your feelings in the muscles of the legs will change. There's a sensation that shifts. That's what I like to tune into. Yeah, my legs are feeling better now. I'm going to add resistance. I'll wait to tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to add resistance where it feels hard to hold this 85 to 90 RPM. And if you told me we had to do it for 5 minutes, I don't think I could. That's the resistance I'm going to add in. In 3, 2, 1. If you want to join me, add that in. Hold your 90 RPM. And now assess. I'm assessing right now. I think I could probably do this more than 5 minutes. I'm going to add a little bit more. I was on the fence. Yeah, now I've got that feeling of I'm not sure I could do that. An excellent time to notice what your thoughts are doing. And if they're wandering, just bring them back to the breath in the body. Can you stay here 30 more seconds with me? If you find you're losing the cadence, by all means take out some resistance. We want to stay at our 90 RPM. Let's ease our resistance down to very light. Sit up if you'd like to assess your breathing. I'm not talking because I'm so out of breath. I was at an 8 or 9 there. Now I can speak. Grab a little water right now. Perhaps let your arms hang for a couple seconds and shake your arms out. Let your shoulders relax. Let the belly expand as you breathe. Maybe pay attention to your hips. Nicely settled on the saddle. When you're ready, come back to the handlebars, and with your light resistance on still, align your legs to the rhythm. I love this practice of listening, processing, outputting, then using your body's felt senses to notice if you're on the rhythm, then modifying. It's an active process. All right, let's make a very steep hill. This time we're going to come out of the saddle in this steep hill. It won't be a long one. It'll be short. Let's add that resistance in. Now we're really challenged. I feel the jaw want to clench. Hands naturally move to the middle of the handlebars. Really, really feel the lower back and hips driving now. Let's get ready to stand out of the saddle. Remember to add so much resistance that you can't turn it seated anymore, and you must stand onto it. In 3, 2, 1. Back to seated climbing. This is when the legs hurt, and it's our will to stay with it. Check your spine. Align your neck with the spine. Get yourself a nice 10-foot gaze. Shoulders relaxed. And 3, and 2, and 1. Let's dial our resistance way down low. We're at the top. Put a number on your breathing right now. 1 to 10. 1, you just woke up. 10, you can't say a word. I'm at 8 or 9. It's coming down. breath is recovered 30-40% from that hill climb, return to your handlebars and bring your leg speed up to match the rhythm of this song. And just keep your resistance nice and light. Bass hits the rhythm just right. So we've got this rhythm now. We're noticing our recovery from that hard hill climb. All we're trying to do now is hold this beat. That's all we're trying to do. While we do it, we can relax our shoulders, check in with our spine and neck. Maybe pay attention to how much weight is on your hands and where. All right, just for about a minute, let's add resistance. That feels like it's a 9 out of 10 exertion level, all right? Just for about a minute. In 3, 2, 1. Add that in. It's actually going to be less than a minute, so that should put your mind at ease. And let's really think about incorporating the muscles of our legs all the way around the pedal stroke now. Reduce your resistance, hold about the same rhythm, but take your resistance way down now. Spin it out. Just feel your heart rate slowing. Notice your breath recovering. I'm in the upright position, as you can see, and I love to do this because it, of course, helps us learn to sense decoupling the lower body from the upper body. Hips are nicely resting on the saddle, pedaling light resistance at about 80 RPM or so. Noticing the recovery of the breath from that hard, about 1 minute effort. When you're ready, let's come back to the handlebars. And together, let's do a little body scan together, shall we? And you're welcome to close your eyes in this if it's comfortable for you. If not, that's fine. Just focus on your point about 10 feet in the distance. But let's start with the shoulders. See if you can relax them just a little bit, maybe a fraction of an inch. They lower away from the ears. Now let's move our focus down the arms to the elbows and see if you can sense without looking what kind of angle there is in your elbows right now, if any. If there's no angle, add a little bit. Add angle. In other words, don't lock them up. And now let's come to the hands. See if you can notice the texture of the handlebar. Is it warm or cool? Is it knobby or smooth? Are your hands sweaty? Are your hands sliding a little bit on the bars? There's a lot to pay attention to there in the hands alone. All right, I would like for us to really dig deep now. And you're welcome to join me. We're going to do an extended flat road piece 85 to 92 RPM. And we're gonna just have silence as we tune into our bodies and our breath, and you'll notice during this your mind's gonna wander to something in the future or something in the past. It will happen. And I want you to notice when that happens. Don't judge it. Don't judge yourself. Just label it thinking and then see if you can come back to the body. All right, I'll count us down into it. In 3, in 2, and 1. Add in resistance now. That makes this 7 or 8 in terms of perceived exertion. You're able to hold this rhythm, 90 or so, but it's a real challenge. It takes focus. Let's settle in now. Maybe it will help you if you use your powers of visualization. Maybe if you can bring up a road you know really well and see if you can tune into all the different sensations of that road. Sounds, what your mind sees, what you can smell. Visualization is a really wonderful tool. Subjectively, I'm starting to lose the ability to hold this rhythm. But we're almost there now. So stay with me if that's you. Doubly focus your mind, breathing through a relaxed belly. All right, let's dial the resistance way down. I'm not speaking because I'm so out of breath. Notice my legs are still turning. I just have extremely light resistance on right now. During that piece, my heart rate, I don't have a heart rate monitor on, but I know, just from my breathing, I can feel my heart in my chest. I know I got up to around 170 beats per minute there. And now I can feel it coming way down. And that's always a good measure of your level of fitness, how quickly your heart rate recovers from a hard effort. When we're into very light work active recovery. How'd that go for you? Did you notice your mind wandering a lot? It's completely normal. What's abnormal is to notice it and to pay attention to it. So if you did, good job. Before we finish up today, let's do one hard climbing section with seated and standing, then back to flat road, and then let's do one all-out sprint for about 10 seconds on a flat road, okay? So when you're ready, dial in the resistance that feels like a hill to you and get your cadence into 60 to 70 RPM in that region. And as you know, I always put my hands to the middle to get my back a little more upright. Really helps in getting those glutes and lower back engaged to help with the drive over the top. And if you want to prove it to yourself sometime, just try doing this climb with your arms way down like this. The lower back is almost completely out of it. It's almost all quads at this point. So now come back into this and oh, there's the hips. Here goes the heart rate again. You ready for your standing piece? Add massive resistance. Stand into it. Drive your weight into the pedals, transferring through the glutes. Your hands remain light on the bars. Your chest is relatively straight upright. All right, come back to light resistance. Allow your legs to recover for just a second. And our sprint is coming up. Grab a little water right now. Let's remind ourselves of what a sprint is on a bike. In the seated position, it's at about 100 or a little bit more RPM. Maybe up to 110 for our purposes. And the resistance at that cadence is such that we could not hold that effort for 45 seconds or so. Couldn't do it. That's the feeling. Your cadence will be about the same as mine. Your resistance will be different from mine, but the feeling for all of us will be the same. Couldn't hold it for 45 seconds. Are you ready? Let's set our minds. Let's create an intention here to tune into all the muscles of the legs, making full 360-degree beautiful pedal strokes. I'll count us down into it from 4. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Accelerate your legs, add that resistance, and settle your shoulders and upper body down. Keep your breath coming from the belly. Let's slow our legs and reduce the resistance. And now we can start to integrate physical sensations of that sprint. What our minds were doing, thought processes, our feelings about the thing. And of course now how we feel, proud of ourselves for having done it. Noticing the legs recovering, noticing the breath recovering. Integrate all of that, all into one. It's one experience. Our goal right now is to just cool down, so we're pedaling very slowly, turning the legs very easily with light resistance. And I'd like for you to pay attention to how your breath is slowing down. Put a number on it every 20-30 seconds on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being completely out of breath, can't say a word. 1 being you just woke up. Put a number on it. It's a way of tuning into the body. My breath is back to, on a scale of 1 to 10, 2, maybe 1. Yeah, 1. Yeah. My legs feel mostly recovered from that. So let's slow our legs gradually to a stop. Once you come to a stop, let's align the spine, the vertebrae, the neck. Let's again let our shoulders relax. Let's just notice the breathing from the belly, but also pay attention to the tingling sensation in the muscles of the legs. Yeah, the weight on the sit bones. Maybe it's annoying right now. Notice that. But most important, pay attention to the sense of satisfaction, accomplishment, of reduced stress, self-efficacy. They're all there. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. Let's stand up onto the pedals at 3 and 9 o'clock. My head will go out of the video, what do you call it, camera view, not camera view, what is it? Field of view? Yeah. But drop your heels at 3 and 9 o'clock. Let's feel a nice stretch in the calves. And let's switch the back foot to the front. Again, just drop your heels. Slightly different stretch for the calves in this new position. That's how we do both. Alright, let's swing a leg over the bike. Standing next to the bike, grab an ankle. It doesn't matter if it's a left or right. Pull back and feel the stretch in your quadriceps. All the while, continue breathing from your belly, noticing how good you feel. And let's switch to the other leg now. Oh, hey there, Emily. Glad you did. All right, we're going to stretch our hamstrings. You can use the top bar of the bike or the handlebars or the seat. Let's just hold this stretch as we breathe. Now let's switch to the other leg. Oh. Wonderful ride today. Drink some water, stretch some more, center yourself, and keep noticing how you feel. I'll leave the music on for a couple minutes.